Okay, I have a spicy one next. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
This one is from Tiff618.
Tiff?
Tiff.
618.
It says...
Not 615 area code, 618.
It says 618. And then the question is, can I count my commercial building loan payment toward my savings rate, given that I plan on selling it at retirement as it holds my business? Thanks.
Oh, wow, that's a unique one. I don't know that I've been asked that before.
That's why I thought it was a good one.
So let me explain. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I think it'd be worthwhile. So Tiff obviously owns a business, and in addition to owning her business, she also owns the piece of commercial real estate that her business sits inside. And so her question is, hey, if I bought this building and I am considering that as an asset on my balance sheet, and I'm paying off that mortgage, does that count towards my 25% savings? Now, here's the one thing that that I'm kind of thinking through, and I'm sort of processing this in real time as we go. When it comes to buying real estate, specifically like commercial real estate and commercial buildings, in my mind, that's like a step 7 hyper-accumulation step. Like that's something...
Well, it's 8.
Yes, like step 7, step 8, that's
actually written into the instruction manual. It's a step 8, prepaid expenses, abundance goals is real estate.
Yep. So as you are hyper-accumulating, saving 25%, you're already satisfying that piece of the equation. And so my thought is, I don't know that I would say, okay, just can I count that towards my 25% savings, even if I plan on selling it? I think that I would say it does not count towards 25%. You ought to be saving 25% outside of paying off the commercial real estate. Agree, disagree, want to fight?
No, you got where I wanted you to go is because, and that's why I was kind of jumping in, is because also Tiff has shared, I look at this as house hacking business edition, and the fact that her business, she's self-employed, it sounds like, is actually housed in the same building. I love this because this is a wealth building multiplier. Exponentially, she's going to get tremendous benefits. I'm in quite a few business groups, and I've had other business leaders share with me, they're shocked when they have gotten close to retirement and they're looking for that liquidation event, that sometimes the building they bought to put their business into is worth as much as their business that they're selling is. So this is kudos to you, Tiff, for doing this. But I do think that there is a component here is that you should already be saving 20 to 25% before you even get to considering this wealth building pluser, because that's really what it is. This is this is advanced planning when you're doing the commercial real estate to house your building. I love it. But if you skipped some steps and maybe did this just because an opportunity presented itself as too good to pass up, and you did this without the financial foundations of steps 1 through 7, I'm going to encourage you to go back, make sure you're boosting as your business grows and your cash flow increases. Let's make sure that you're building that margin, because we all know that the problem with real estate is that when it goes bad or when you have repairs or other things, like you guys heard me share this story. We have our own commercial building, and we had to shut down this studio for over a month because when we were just trying to do something else in the building, we're trying to put a new roof on this thing, the structural engineer who the city required us to have to come look at all 27,000 square feet said, hey, there's an issue right there on the way that air conditioning unit is strapped to the roof. We want you to fix this. So we have to pay 6 figures to fix this before we can even do the roof. That's another multiple 6 figures. Yep. If you don't have deep pockets or margin in your life, real estate can actually be very hurtful to you. So I just want to make sure you're not skipping the steps, so you have that margin, steps 1 through 7, so you're not getting yourself caught and turning a great situation into a razor thin, making desperate decisions because you didn't have enough liquidity and enough assets underneath you.
Yeah, or even like less optimal. Let's play through the retirement scenario. Let's say that you get to retirement and you sell your business or something. You may not want to sell that commercial building. You may say, hey, I'm going to keep the commercial building, and the business that I'm selling is going to operate, and I'm going to have cash flow out of that. Well, if that cash flow was enough to support your living expenses, maybe it works out okay. But what if it's not? If you've not built liquidity outside of that, how are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to be able to do the things that you need to do? Or What if you sell the business at a really good valuation for the business, but the piece of real estate is in a down real estate market and it's not worth what you would actually walk away from it for? If you've banked on that being where your cash flow and your liquidity is going to come from in retirement, you're just putting a lot of eggs in that basket that I don't think you want to be forced to make that decision if you don't absolutely want to.
Well, and also don't lose focus on the point that part of the saving, the 20 to 25% in steps 1 through 7, is to build independence outside of your job and your business. And if your business and your building that your business in are all interconnected, we've got to get you to have assets outside of that.
That's right.
And look, this is all, hopefully, it's going Goldilocks on you, and it's all going to work together, and you get the sweeteners of not only do you have financial independence through the assets you built, but you also eventually get the windfall of selling your business, collecting rent, like almost like a pension when the new business is paying you rent every month in the building that you own because they're owned separately, different structures. That's what we hope for, but we got to get you to the independence before you get all those other great opportunities that will come in the future.